Hi, I'm Tess.
Hi, I'm Kayla.
Feel sweet, good. Hi guys, I'm Tess.
And I'm Kayla.
And today we're doing an LGBT Q&A for you guys. We asked you guys to ask us questions on Snapchat and you guys definitely answered. We got a whole lot of questions. This video might end up into 2 parts. So look out for the second part. I will let you know via verbiage on the screen if we decide to do 2 parts. If not, enjoy. Let's just go ahead and get started. First off, how was Chicago Pride? I saw all your snaps and it looked so unbelievably exciting.
So fun.
It was so much fun. This year, we got to go with some friends who actually also started a YouTube channel. Their names are Katie and Jordan. We'll link their channel down below. We stayed in a beautiful hotel.
So nice.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And we spent the whole weekend. We got to see a ton of you guys. So thank you so much for coming out and meeting us because we got to hang out with you for like hours on end. We just feel so humbled and like positive and happy. The internet is such a beautiful way of meeting people. And if you feel like there's nobody out there for you in your actual vicinity, like in your home or your friend base, like the internet is the place to go.
It's pretty cool.
We kind of met through the internet.
Kinda. Who are your LGBTQ icons that you look up to?
It's a good question.
I would say Kate McKinnon, Ellen DeGeneres, and Neil Patrick Harris. Kate McKinnon is Kate McKinnon is hilarious. I think she's so funny.
She is really funny.
It's not really like a huge thing out there that is talked about her sexuality, and I kind of respect the humility aspect of that, as well as I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of the same way with Neil Patrick Harris, but he also plays a lot of heterosexual roles in his stuff, and I think it's so cool how he can like express that through acting, even if it's not like, I don't know,
his
it's hard
actual
to explain.
sexuality.
Yeah, and also Ellen, because she started off as a comedian and kind of worked her way up even in like a time when like homosexuality wasn't really that accepted. Those are the 3 I can think of right now.
I completely agree with Ellen, 100%. I feel like just all of the LGBT people out there on the internet, I believe they're all icons. Like I look up to them all in some way or another, and I believe a lot of people who watch them do as well, and there's a reason for it because they started out where we all start out, and they are where they are for a reason, and they're awesome, and there's a reason we all look up to them, and I just think that they're great.
Also, I wanted to add, I think like a lot of you know who she is. Tess on YouTube. She's so great. Her girlfriend's name is Kayla, but Tess is like the one I'm talking about.
Next question. This is from Lainey. Lainey, I love you. I love conversing with you, and your questions are great. First girl kiss story.
Dumb. Mine's dumb.
I don't know yours.
I just worked with this girl that I hung out with and we kissed, and I thought she was my girlfriend and she wasn't, and there you go.
My first kiss with a girl was like not, I guess, sexual, as it was more just like playful. We were playing hide and go seek, and we were actually like the 2 older girls of the group because my mom babysat a lot of like little kids. And so we were the like finders and they were the hiders. So when they went and hid, we also went and hid, and we hid in the attic, and it was like an underground attic type thing. So it was in the basement, and it was like, it was like a crawl space, I guess. And we went in the crawl space and we practiced making out because we both had braces at the time and we didn't want to kiss boys.
Just in case they messed up. Celebrity girl crush, Tess.
Jennifer Aniston all the way. And I think she's beautiful and I just love her. And Emma Watson. I just think Emma Watson is a boss, and like I look up to her, but she's also, I think she's beautiful. So who are your celebrity crushes?
Haley Atwell, Asian Carter, Marvels, Katy Perry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alex Voss in Orange, obviously, but
She's
I
hot.
don't really know how to say her last name in real life.
Donna.
Laura Prepon. Preppin?
I don't know.
Oh, and Tess from Tess and Kayla. Thoughts on labels versus not labeling yourself?
Love this question so much. Well, first of all, many of you know that I don't necessarily like to label myself. I think labels are great in a certain aspect, and they make people feel united, or they make people feel different, or they make them feel in a good way better about themselves, which is awesome. And like, that's a great way of having labels. But I also feel like we need to steer away from having labels, because that's what sets us apart from each other when we're all trying to be more of like a unified group of people and not be set apart from each other.
What group of people? The world.
Yeah, everyone.
I agree with like basically all of what Tess said, and I don't really know. Like, I just feel like I'm Kayla, me.
Yeah, exactly. When we first started dating, I asked her like, do you see yourself as a lesbian or do you see yourself as bisexual? Like, what do you see yourself as? And she couldn't really give me an answer. And which is fine, because I mean, I couldn't give her an answer about what I was. And the other day I asked her the same question, and it was the same answer. We're ever growing and ever changing people, something I say all the time. So you could be a lesbian one year and the next year you could feel a completely different way about your sexuality because you've learned so much about yourself within that year. Like, it's okay to change your label. I think people feel once they label themselves that they feel like they have to stick with that label the rest of their life, when that's not true at all. That's how I feel about labels. Next question. Thoughts on Pride Month and the impact that it has?
I think that Pride Month is a great way to celebrate the LGBT community, as well as the victory in getting basic human rights for the LGBT community. And I think it's had a good impact on society because it's acknowledged, even if it's not acknowledged by our president. I just think it's good.
I feel like this past Pride and the impact that it had on me specifically was unreal and unbelievable, and it felt so good to, like, I was telling Kayla after we left Pride how much love I felt that entire weekend in the parade itself. Like, you could just feel the love like exploding from everybody. And I think celebrating that is an amazing thing. And I think it's great that us as a community, like, we have that. And I just wish, like, I was telling her during Pride, I was like, I wish I felt this way all the time. Like, I wish there was never any judgment for like why people are walking around in tutus, you know, up and down the sidewalk. Like, I wish there was no judgment every single day and not just one day a year. So I love having this month to feel this great about who I am and everything, but I wish it like lingered on throughout the year.
Maybe it will eventually.
Yeah, that's the idea with change though, right?
Any suggestions on how to love yourself for who you are and not be embarrassed to like girls? I have a hard time with this, even though I'm sort of out. Sometimes I feel a little uncomfortable or scared still.
So do I. So do I.
Like, totally relatable. Suggestions on how to love yourself? Literally no, because it's so hard. Like, just do it. Like, that's all I have to say. Like, I don't know how to do it, but just do it, because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it, even though, I mean, it's so hard. Yeah. It's so difficult, and there's struggles every single day, but like, just gotta do it.
I feel like in order to love yourself, you need to spend time with yourself. And I think a lot of people in our generation don't necessarily do that. They immerse themselves in their cell phone or their computer or a Netflix show or an activity, which is something Kayla and I struggled with the past 2 days. We told ourselves that we didn't want to keep ourselves busy and do this and this and this, but we ended up doing it. Like, you need to give yourself time. Go on a walk without your cell phone. Go on a run without listening to music. Like, let yourself be in your brain and start understanding yourself for who you are, rather than trying to skip over those thoughts, if that makes sense.
Don't be so absorbed in what everyone else is doing or what everyone else thinks. Be true to yourself.
So this person has 2 questions. Question number 1 is, has there ever been an incident where you felt uncomfortable while you were out in public because someone was staring? All the time. I mean, yeah, all the time. I will say moving to a city where it's more accepted is, if you're able to, has definitely helped.
So helpful.
Yeah. And what do? You gotta kind of push past it. Like, you keep just being yourself. You're never gonna be comfortable in yourself if you don't let yourself be yourself. If you keep adjusting to society's like comfortability scale, like whatever makes them comfortable, you're never gonna be comfortable with yourself. Hey guys, it's future Tess. I just got back from a day trip with Katie from Katie and Jordan here on YouTube. If you haven't checked out their channel yet, go ahead and check the description box down below. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I spent the day with her, and I'm back here editing the rest of this LGBT Q&A, and I realized that it needs to be split up into 2 parts. So this is the first part of the LGBT Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to look out for the second part. We love you guys so much. Bye.
All alone as you look through the door, nothing left to see. If it hurts and you can't take no more, lay it all on me.